Well, hello there. Welcome to Quantum Mummy. I thought I'll share my predictions for UFC 317 pretty earlier than Lucas Tracy MMA. Fuck Lucas Tracy MMA. And yeah, I thought I'll share my prediction. So far the card isn't done yet. Seems like I don't think so. The card is going to skyrocket into a amazing card or anything. Maximum they could add one or more fights here and there to make it more interesting. But apart from that, I just don't see this happening. That's pretty much it. So yeah, let's start with the opener of the main card here. I feel like they would add one more fight. Hopefully, it's not Jack Hermanson versus Rodriguez. Hopefully not. I'm gonna go with Brandon Royval versus Joshua Van. I'm gonna start with that. Yeah, let's start with the opener of the main card, which is none other than Brandon Royval versus Joshua Van. I know Brandon Royval is a close favorite. Joshua Van is good. I get it. I take all the things. He's been coming off back-to-back KOs and he's been looking really good. He's from Myanmar, practically my bloody neighbor out there. And who do I think is going to win this one? I think Brandon Royval gets this one, but I don't mind Joshua Van's chances. But that's a fucking faggot thing to say. So I'm gonna go with Brandon Royval's pick only because Brandon Royval is a seasoned fighter. He was getting ready for Manal Cape, Manal the pull-out Cape. So apparently, I don't think so. It's a massive turnaround for him. I know Joshua Van has got heat in his hands, but Brandon Royval could wrestle, and I feel it's a quick turnaround for Joshua Van. I think he should have had a couple of more fights, maybe a tune-up fight before facing a guy like Brandon Royval. I know they are running out of options at the flyweight division, but come on, that doesn't mean you guys have to kill the upcoming and rising talents in the division so that you guys would even get this. I think Brandon Rival is going to get a decision. Probably, I think he's going to wrestle him, hold him against the cage. You guys get the idea, right? And probably try to grapple more with him, try to put him in some tough positions, probably exert himself in a submission threat or something. Apart from that, I don't see Joshua winning this. I don't know why is he even such a close favorite. I get it, KO speaks, but come on, guys, you guys shouldn't be this bloated on a guy who's just. It's a quick turnaround for him as well. That's also there. But I'm saying Brandon Royval to win this one, and that too, I'm picking him to win via decision. That is there. Now, let's move on to the next matchup, which is none other than, oh yeah, Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. I could see Beneil winning, but I don't know. Seeing Beneil, accompany other fighters, I feel he's almost on his way out. He looks really old for his age. Though both Moicano and Beneil Dariush are the same age, I think Beneil looks more old. I don't know why. He's from Iran. I heard they have good, skin over there. And I don't know why this would even happen in the first place. That's pretty much it. But all in all, I'm going to go with Renato Moicano. I think in terms of submission wise, they both are on par with each other, I must say. But to be really honest, I felt like Renato Moicano got submitted pretty easily by Islam Makachev, like the guy who's from the eastern side, and the only thing that I'm worried about is Beneil Dariush's chin, what's to say? Maybe Moicano could catch him with a right straight. That's pretty much it. But apart from that, I don't know, mate. I feel like, Beneil Dariush could get this one done. Keep the proper guard, right? And I don't think so Renato Mani Moicano is going to do anything on the ground to him. I think Moicano's ground ability or whatsoever, all these are just namesake because it really doesn't amount to nothing compared with the eastern side of the guys. I don't know, it's just bullshit, man. And I think Beneil Dariush would sort of could win against him like how he did against Gamrot by the way. But I don't know. Just seeing and I could see is so far what I could see, I felt like Beneil Dariush is not that big also. Moicano is big. I think Moicano could easily win against Dariush by the way. Unless and until Moicano makes some stupid mistakes, I don't think so. I don't think so. Anything is there. I don't know, mate. I could just see Beneil Dariush reverse a lot of positions of Moicano and ending up on top, probably trying to hold him against the cage. But I don't know if Dariush loses this one. I wouldn't be surprised if UFC sort of asks him to fuck off because it's been a really long time since he last fought, and I don't know, just saying, yeah. And I think Manny Moicano is going to return with the win, in the win column. I think he's going to win this one, probably move up couple of fights. I think he should retire. That's it, my man. That's it, my friend. Motherfucking Moicano is winning this one. Let's go to the co-main event of the night, which is none other than Alexandre Pantoja versus Kaikara France. Let me look at the stats, like how Henry Cejudo, James Lynch, those guys do it. I think Alexandra Pantoja is going to win. Anybody who thinks Kaikara France wins, I have no clue. People say Kaikara France has got a really good takedown defense. He did really well against Askar Askarov and Amir Albazi. Technically, he won against Amir Albazi. Let's be practically bloody honest about it. It's just the thing is, I don't know what Amir did with his takedowns, or even if not, Asakara, right? Yeah. I don't know what that guy also did with the takedowns. They were just trying to hold him against the cage. And Pantoja is someone who brings adversity to Kaikara France. He really forces his will upon his opponents. I don't think so. His chin is going to get cracked by a guy like Kaikara France. Come on. Every time, whenever he faces someone from the top five, when has he ever KO'd someone? Against what is his name? Brandon Moreno, right? Against Moreno, it didn't work. Against Amir Albazi, it didn't work. And against most of the top guys, it just never works. Who has he last KO'd? It's Steve Erseth, a guy from his own countryside, by the way. I mean, geographically, I meant to say. And apparently, he's been KOing these other guys, but not the top guys. Even Asa Asakura, I don't think so. He KO'd him. He had a few shots here and there, but the takedown defense. This is what I always say, guys. The moment the takedown threat is there, obviously, guys like Kaikara France, they generate their power from earth, from their legs, from their knees, from their hips, and they just, twist and pivot at a particular point to so that they could exert their maximum pressure, power, force, all the things, and they could just hit and KO their opponents. But against wrestlers, how does that even fucking work? Because they can't plant their feet and throw punches, mainly because of the fact they are just stuck over there. I'm sorry, mainly because of the fact they need to be on their feet all the time. They need to move. They wouldn't be able to generate that much power as they thought it would be. But apart from that, I don't think so. Kaikara France brings anything. Maybe he could survive a 5 round assault by Pantoja. I think Pantoja is really good. He's had enough rest as well. I think Pantoja is going to come there. He's going to go there. I think Pantoja is going to probably finish his ass, probably in the third or fourth. I'm again and again going with the third and the fourth round. I don't know what's up with me with the third and the fourth round picks made, but I'm gonna go with Alexandre Pantoja. I think in the probably in the third or the fourth round onwards, I think Kaikara France is going to give up on himself, knowing that he is not going to win against Pantoja. Maybe he's not even going to touch golden flyweight. By the way, I think that's where Pantoja puts more pressure, or I think Pantoja wins this one comfortably. I think he summits Kaikara France. I like Kaikara France. He's a good fighter, someone to look out for. And after losing this, I think UFC should make Kaikara France versus Manilke finally for the fucking fans. Come on, let's be honest. We need this. We want this. That is there. And significant strikes. Let's see 4.41, 4.5. It doesn't matter, mate. Look at the more type of competition this guy has faced, and look at the type of competition this guy has faced. It's a night and day difference, and I don't know what else to say. It's just pretty funny. But I'm gonna go with Alexandre Pantoja. I think he's going to win this one, and I don't think he's even going to move to bantamweight. He's going to stay here. That's pretty much it. After this, probably if Joshua Van wins, I feel like in case if it is a close decision with Brandon Rival, Joshua Van, if it's a close fight, I think they'll give it to Joshua Van so that we could have a contender, a new fucking contender in the flyweight division. That's pretty much it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's move on to the main event of the night, which is none other than Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. Come on, wait. I think this one fight is sort of what this entire card is based on. You should win. Topuria should win. That's what the UFC wants. I don't think so. UFC would have stripped Islam Makhachev for nothing. I don't think so. I think most of the odds and all the other things are in favor of Ilia Topuria. The UFC favors him to win. He wants to win. After Conor McGregor, what the fuck am I even fluffing about? I meant after Conor McGregor, he'll be the first guy to do it. Even Volkanovski couldn't do it. It's there. He's an undefeated guy who's a Georgian, whose mother had to sneak him into Germany. Like, I mean, like in terms of sneak herself and her husband into Germany so that they can give birth to their children in Germany. One guy, I think he would be out of Germany. Hey, Germany boys, that is there. Um, I don't know, guys. It's a close fight. I know in the shots I picked Oliveira to win. I could see Oliveira winning this one. I think this shit means nothing because he's just got 16 fights and look at this guy. 45, 46 fights Charles Oliveira's got. He's got way too many fights in the UFC and he's got, he brings an incredible amount of experience along with him. Look at the grappling accuracy. I don't know. For a guy who's been this long in the UFC with the submission average, it's fucking lot, man. I don't know. Let me just break this fight down. I know a lot of guys saw the images of Ilia Topuria standing next to the bantamweight Chivivi, that guy, that ugly looking guy, Mexican guy, and that same Chivivi guy, the ugly duckling, he was standing next to Charles Oliveira, by the way, and Charles Oliveira was really big. And imagine, Chivivi was in some clothing as well, in shoes as well, and still Charles Oliveira was bigger than him. Charles Oliveira was also in clothes and shoes, by the way. But still, Charles Oliveira is really big. The type of momentum that Ilia Topuria is carrying on right now, KOing two guys like Alexandre Volkanovski, Max Holloway back to back. It puts a lot of pressure on him as well. I think even he's a guy who sort of thrives in adversity, as one might say, and that is a problem with Oliveira because every time adversity knocks on Oliveira's door, he fucking gives up. This has been time in and time again. It's proved. Even against Islam, I didn't think so. You wanted to strike with him that much in the first and even in the second round, it was very evident. And even against Arman, once Arman took him in the first round, it's as if Charles Oliveira didn't want to strike with him. He was just standing there. He was just standing there. That was there, and that's you can't change a certain nature of yours. You are going to be stuck. But the thing is, let's look on the things that are in favor of Charles Oliveira as well. Charles fucking Oliveira as well. Yeah, Charles Oliveira is really big. He calls himself a 184 pounds guy, 185 pounds guy. Trust me, he's actually 197, 198. Charles Oliveira. Anyone in his camp, even Ian Gary was sort of saying, I don't think so. Ian Gary specifically said this, but he said he is actually much bigger than that. And I'm pretty sure Charles Oliveira is walking around weight is 194, 195. That's when he's just on his boxers and nothing else. When he wears shoe, almost he's, let's say, closer to 200 pounds, all the other things put together. And he's a big guy. He's got heat in his hands, by the way. Okay, now I just got a message. That's it. Yeah, he's playing. Fuck it. I mean to say, this Charles Oliveira is really too big. Uh, I don't know. Ilia Topuria is 5'4", guys. He's 5'4". On a good day, he's 5'4" and a half. And it's just he's too small for the lightweight, maybe at times. And I know I've been watching a lot of videos breaking down their prediction. Most of them are going with Ilia Topuria. And imagine this, a guy like Ilia Topuria, the same that I said for Kaikara fans, I would like to repeat over here, which is Ilia Topuria, even Demetrius Johnson's videos, you guys would have seen the breakdowns by the way. Ilia Topuria punches from with his feet, legs, knees, hip, and he pivots, like he really sort of, he produces the torque force. It's a force, like produced on a fixed point tangentially. It's a rotating force produced on a fixed point tangentially. I don't know why I'm defending torque over here. Yeah, and he does that really well and fast. And the thing is, you guys could have seen it really well and good. The jump from 145 to 155 is not small. It's actually pretty big. And I know people say it's 10 pounds, but most of the featherweights, the guys who are there at featherweights, they cut from 170-ish pounds, I must say, so that they could go to featherweight. Maximum would be 180-ish pounds. And whereas a guy at a lightweight would probably be cutting somewhere from 190 plus pounds. Islam is 190 plus pounds. Let's be practically bloody honest. Michael Chandler is almost 190-ish pounds, and our own favorite Paddy the Baddy Pimlet is not a small guy. He's 200 pounds. Let's be practically bloody honest. And they all cut to 155. That's a really, really massive weight. And imagine the scenario like this, where Ilia Topuria is there and Charles Oliveira is sort of walking forward. Ilia Tupuria's style, he needs to be the guy, the aggressor. He needs to push guys against their back. It's even in the Bryce Mitchell fight, you guys could see it. The moment Bryce Mitchell sort of started to wrestle or wanted to put Ilya in his back, Ilia Topuria started swinging. He was just swinging, and Bryce Mitchell was missing a lot of shots. Like as in, he was evading a lot of punches. It's as if Ilia Topuria was scared to be on his back. And what happens if a guy like Charles Oliveira gets him down, just decides, okay, let me lie on this guy for a round or two. Then let's see where we take from this, where we go from this. Yeah, imagine that. Even against the Yusuf Zalal fight, I'm just saying, he really got tired and panicked. He asked the Greco-Roman wrestling. I'm not saying no to that, but I don't think so. That would work against a guy like Charles Oliveira. He's really good at wrestling. This. Come on, even in the first round, Islam Makhachev had to run initially when Charles Oliveira was fresh, and then he gave him no, how do I say, space so that he could sort of ground control him. Then even in the second round, till the KO punch, I don't think Islam Makhachev went over there. Imagine this, if Charles Oliveira is going to do a lot of oblique kicks, he is going to go to the body, knee, the same knee that, a guy like Jai Herbert caught Ilia Topuria with, and the head kick. Charles Oliveira is a better version of Jai Herbert, and he's got much more good takedown defense, I must say, and he's got much more, what do you call it, as grappling skills and submission threat as well. And all said and done, imagine if Charles Oliveira is going to probably try and take him down, maybe force Topuria to move here and there. How would that be? His KO power might not be there, and probably this is lightweight. Probably in the first or second round, if Ilia Topuria survives and he's able to, Charles Oliveira is able to withstand his heat, his punches, I think from the second, third round onwards, I don't think so. Ilia Topuria would be as much of a threat as he was in the first two rounds. I feel probably in the first round and half part of the second round, I think after that, I don't think so. Ilia Topuria would have the power because he needs to have the gas tank as well. Plus, Charles Oliveira has gone 5 rounds in his last matchup, and his wrestling is pretty good. And I'm just saying, maybe Ilia Topuria doesn't hit harder than Justin Gagey at times. Just saying it, at 155, not at 145, maybe at 155. And I could just see Charles Oliveira clinching him. Okay, every time Ilia Topuria hits him, Charles Oliveira goes on his back. Why don't you come now? This is my ground. Let's see how this works. And then after that, probably try to take the space and the distance cutting tactics of Ilia Topuria and focus more on Charles Oliveira forcing his will upon him. That was there. And this is what I have the takes for Charles Oliveira, by the way. I'm not completely negating him. Looking at the odds, it's pretty bad. It's as if Charles Oliveira has got zero chances of winning. But I don't know. I could see Charles Oliveira winning this one as well. But again, I got to talk about the takes of Ilia Topuria. He's coming off back-to-back wins, and his last matchup was in October. And I'm pretty sure even before that he knew he wouldn't be able to make 145. That's why he fought in the Middle East, because so that he could have the 130 pound. What I mean, like the 30 hours of extra time, so that he could get rehydrate to a much bigger weight. And he was there. And first round, I thought Max Holloway won. Second round, Ilia Topuria won. Third round is when he finished him, and I could see that. But he's coming off, and he's properly bulked himself. The only thing that I'm worried about him is his coach. And the thing, most of these guys, he's recently moved out from his coach as well. And I thought that guy is just, he's a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu coach, something like that. But more than that, the thing is, some of his farmer training partners and what other guys said was that he is the one who used to sort of game plan for Ilia Topuria's matches. And I don't know, guys. That's pretty rough and tough. He's going into a new division, and he's facing the number one ranked guy. This could be like Hamzat versus Robert Whittaker, or if not, it could be like Oliver, or it could be like RDR versus what's his name? Bo Nickel with the way. I don't know. Ilia Topuria has got the first round. I think he'll probably, the mind games he plays by talking shit and a lot of other things. You could see Charles Oliveira. I don't think so. Previously, for any of the matches, Charles Oliveira even used to respond to any of these things. But now he's saying, I want to KO. Last time, when did he say something like that? Against Islam Makachev. After the weigh-ins and all the things, he said, I'm going to fucking kill him. Something like that. And he went very bizarrish, and he just lost. That was there. And even now, I think Ilia Tupuria's best, some of his ideas must be, let me just close my eyes and swing, and I'm pretty sure Charles Oliveira would beat any of my punches. And I don't know, just Ilia Tupuria's got heat in his hands. I think in lightweight, that's probably for a round and a half. That's pretty much it. He could KO Oliveira in the third round, but I don't think so. Per se, that would sort of work unless and until it's a TKO, by the way. Not flatline KO like how we did with the other guys. It would be like a TKO. If that happens, and apart from that, what else am I seeing for Ilia Topuria in his favor? He's young. He's had a long layoff as in he's got the optimal rest, and the UFC wants him to win as well, because UFC needs a star presently. And more than that, he can sell fights, and I hope so. He can sell fights. If this video really does well, then I'm pretty sure he can sell. If this video doesn't sell well, fuck it. I don't think so. He's a star or anything like that. And he could be Conor McGregor 2.2, something like that. But that's all said and done. Let me go with the actual prediction for the fight. How do I see this fight even happening in the first place? I think the first round is going to be, as usual, I think Charles Oliveira is going to come running in, guns blazing. He's going to jump. And every time Ilia Topuria tries to even go for a leg kick, Charles Oliveira is going to lift this leg, the proper Muay Thai stance. And he's going to use a lot of deep kicks, and then probably try to clinch with Ilia Topuria, try to take him down, control him. And that's what I see is going to happen in the first round. I don't think so. I'll be able to feel my legs in the when the bell rings. The first round, I think it will be like really, really. How do I say? It's going to be a really, really adrenal pumping matchup. This one, and after that, what do I see happening in this matchup? I think clinch work is going to be there. Ilia Topuria is going to try and take. Charles Oliveira is going to try and take Ilia Topuria down. Ilia Topuria is going to, how do I say, prevent a few takedowns. And but still, Charles Oliveira, I think a jab or a right straight from Charles Oliveira might make Ilia Topuria think. Probably the first round, everyone wins against Ilia Topuria. Let's be practically bloody honest. Apart from a few dumb fucks, most of the guys will win. That's my general assumption. Alexandre Volkanovski won. Max Holloway won. Charles Oliveira, odds are he could win. Second round is when I feel like Ilia Topuria would make the necessary adjustments. And I hope Charles Oliveira has got the fucking brains to understand this and move in a different angle. I feel like second round is where Charles Oliveira is going to probably take him down and probably force his will upon him. Probably a couple of shots here and there, and moving onwards, From the third round onwards, I think it's up for grabs. Third round is going to be up for grabs. I think third or the fourth round is where I feel Ilia Topuria is going to either finish Oliveira, or if not, I think Oliveira is going to finish Ilia Topuria. I don't see anything else happening. If Ilia Topuria is going to catch Oliveira in the first two rounds, I think it's a nightmare end for Oliveira. But all in all, I think this is going to be a really good matchup. So far, this is what I'm seeing. I could see Ilia Topuria swinging here and there. He's slick pretty much, his equipment is there, all the things said and done. Let's say Ilia Topuria wants to come close. Oliveira's got the head kicks and the knees, deep kicks, and Oliveira has even got some oblique kicks, by the way. And Oliveira, once he starts pushing Ilia Topuria, I don't think so Ilia Topuria knows how to fight while moving backwards. That's pretty much is there. And I don't know, like the power difference might be there unless and until those guys face. I can't clearly say what it is, but I feel like Oliveira might surprise us with the chin. I don't think so Oliveira would go down easily in the first two rounds. I think probably from the third round onwards, we could expect Oliveira to get his. There is a chance of Oliveira getting KO'd in the third or the fourth round, probably a TKO, followed by a submission. That would be funny. Again, depends. What's to say if Ilia Topuria comes to the press conference and really talks a lot of bullshit, and Charles Oliveira says, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go for it. I'm going to forget the game plan. I'm gonna go for it." And once Charles Oliveira jumps up or does something in the ring, Topuria could actually catch him. I hope that happens, something like that. Yeah, let's see how things goes. But so far, I'm picking. I would say the fight is going to probably end in the third round. I'm actually saying the fight is going to end in the third round. Uh, I should pick a guy, eh? I should pick a guy. I think I'm gonna go with Oliver. I know I've said. How do I say? I know. I last time I picked a guy like this. Last week was not that great. I picked Buckley to win. Fucker didn't win. I picked other guys to win. They have lost, but I don't know. I could say that I have a weird feeling for this as I have for the other matchups. I'm scared for Oliveira. I know Oliveira is going to lose this one, but I could perfectly see this matchup is tailor made for Oliveira so that he could win. I hope Oliveira uses his head. The chances of him winning is more. Ilia Topuria needs to finish Oliveira. I don't think so. He would want to engage in wrestling. He might probably try and stall the fight by holding him against the cage. Apart from that, I don't see anything Ilia Topuria doing for Oliveira apart from KOing him and holding him. Come on, unless and until you face the adversity, you don't know what it is. I could see Ilia Topuria winning as well, but I need to pick a guy. That's Oliveira, eh? Should I or shouldn't I don't know. I'm just looking at it. Just looking at it and just looking at it. I'm gonna go with Oliveira, guys. I'm gonna go with Oliveira. That's pretty much it. Ilia Topuria could totally 100% win. I hope Oliveira does all the right things needed so that he could win this matchup. If Oliveira is going to show up like a fucking donut, if he's going to show up like a fucking twat, fuck him. I don't think so. He would win if he does the tarty things that's not expected of that wanker. That's pretty much it. So all in all, in case if you guys have made it this far, which none of you do, so as a result, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, helps me out a lot, and that's pretty much it. Uh, Watch you guys on the live or something, and fuck Lucas Tracy MMA. I made a video which is much sooner than him, something like that, much earlier than him. Yeah, fuck him.